What's good, YouTube? It's Trey Gibson, and today we're diving into the film of none other than Kiyan Anthony. He chose cubes just like his father did, and last week during Feast Week, they played some tough competition. So I want to break down the film, see what he did well, see where he struggled, and ultimately see where we can learn. So without further ado, let's get into it, and welcome to the program. All right, jumping into it, Kiyan Anthony. Okay, so we're starting off, we're playing number 15, Iowa State. We're playing in Las Vegas at MTE, which is a neutral site event. The tough things about these MTEs is oftentimes you're playing not in a basketball-made arena. So you're playing in, maybe a hockey arena. You can be playing in an NFL arena, like in the Final Four, right? Another thing, these new basketballs always make it tough. I'm not complaining, but you're playing against a good Iowa State team, a good defensive team, and these are things that make it difficult. So we check in right here, and he's already caught the ball at half court. Okay, I'm not saying this one is his fault because look at why he catches the ball at half. So we come down, miscommunication with our big. He doesn't know what he's doing. I would assume he's supposed to set the pin down for Kiyan right here, and he comes out hopefully to catch the ball right here. But instead, that doesn't happen, so we catch it at half. Now, what's the problem with catching it at half court? First off, we're not Curry, we're not Dame, so we're not shooting the ball out here. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, if he were to catch the ball right here where it's intended, this big can set a quick screen, and now we can get downhill and make happen, right? Because we have a quick action, the defense does not have time to adjust. But instead, we catch it at half. Now the big has a long time to run. Now everybody on the court knows we're in a pick and roll situation. So he can be in his gap, he can be in his gap, he can be in his gap. We have a lot of time for the big to communicate to his guard that there's a screen coming. So he communicates, guard steps back because he knows he's at half court. Now, even worse of a situation occurs. The big slips the screen at half court. So he slips the screen, big feels nothing. So now there's no advantage, okay? No advantage. We're playing one-on-one from half court right here. One-on-one from half court with 17 seconds left. We could have just came down to transition and done that, right? So now we got it at half, got to play one-on-one. We've had the ball in our hand for 5 seconds. So like I said, good defensive team. He knows where he's going. He knows he's in the gap. What ends up happening? Good stunt. Everybody's watching. Travel, right? We don't get anything out of it because the small details, if we were to catch it up at the 3-point line, the possession looks a lot differently. Another possession, right? So we're in trans, 25 seconds left, very early, quick swing, right? So now we've gone swing, swing, swing. Okay. Now the big man does set a quick screen right here. So he slips, which is good. Why is it good that he slips in this situation? Because we're in the scoring area. So now it makes these two actually have to communicate. So they communicate, they actually mess up the communication. Maybe if he slips further out, we can get a pass, but he doesn't, which is cool. But they're both struggling, right? They both don't know what to do. They both take a step back, and now we get a shot. Now, this is a deep shot, and in today's game, we are actually shooting these shots. So it is okay, but one thing I would like for him to see him do is come down. All right, so you see he had that pound dribble. It's a pound dribble, and he puts it in his pocket. So pound, pocket. The ball's in his pocket. It's not dead yet. Two hands are not on the ball. So what I would like to see him do is once he sees them step back a little bit, bam, let that ball fall out your hand. One more dribble, and now we step in to a closer 3-point shot, right? He did struggle to shoot in this MTE. And like I said, the balls are hard. It is difficult to shoot in these events sometimes. So if he gets an easier one for himself, maybe it eventually goes in. But nonetheless, not a bad shot. This is a modern shot. Like, this is what we're shooting in today's game. Okay, so another event, right? Got our point guard right here. Does a good job, draws 2 to the ball. So what do? We hit our big. Now, what I would like the big not to do right here, I feel like he doesn't need to leave his feet like this, right? And what leaving his feet does, it really just slows down the whole offense because the big can sort of come and get back in the picture. But nonetheless, whatever happens, okay, let's say he doesn't catch it or he does catch it high. It's better that you catch the ball. As a big, just please catch the ball. That's number one. So what happens in basketball when we hit this short roll? Most of the time, you will be told that the corner needs to cut because the big's going to drive, take this man. This guy has to guard too. So he cuts, he slides, shot, right? But in this situation, number 5 is going to cut. Now, why does number 5 cut? I'm assuming because he's probably the worst shooter out of the two, which is also an option. And he still fixes and fulfills the need of drawing the defender. So he cuts, takes his defender with him. Kiyan smartly, as we know, good basketball players do, fills the spot, gets open, has a contested shot a little bit, but not really, in this green, right? At the Division I level, at the pro level, this is not a contested shot, right? This is too far away. At the pro level, like I said, high Division I level, guys are making these shots. So it's a good shot. It's got to go in. Now, some of the things I like that Kiyan's doing, these are things that as freshmen, sophomores, guys that are trying to get minutes, guys that want to make a name for themselves, things like that. This is how you get on the court. This is how you get the opportunities. And this is how you make a name for yourself, right? So, okay, fine. Does a little shot right here. Could go in, could not. But he stays with it, right? I like that he's being aggressive, especially at 18 years old. Banging. 4 guys had the opportunity to bang. But no, he comes down with it, gets it, and goes back up with it, right? These are the hustle plays. These are things that, like I said, can get you on the basketball court. Another example. All right, so we're in trans. Now, I've been told it is good to get that ball off early in transition, right? Why is it good to get the ball off early? Because once he swings it over here, 22 has to open his hips, right? But he does not. And let's see, okay, another opportunity to pass the ball. 22 fully committed, so maybe a little behind the back right here for an easy lay, but he does not. But what Kiyan does is continue to stay with it, give himself a 100% shot that's going to 100% go in, helps your field goal percentage, helps hustle plays, and also easy baskets make you feel good about yourself as a scorer. So another possession, right? Running in trans. Now, I like how his pace is in this, right? Slow, he's coming in, he's not fully sprinting, not trying to get ahead of the ball. Slow pace. Hopefully he's saying, hey, wing, 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 wing. Hopefully he's communicates, steps into a wide open one. And he did not shoot the ball well, like I say. He's not shooting the ball well in a season, but he's getting these type of looks, right? He's able to get himself these type of looks. So like I said, eventually these will fall. His shot's not broke. He's a good shooter. 3-point line is longer in college, right? So he just needs reps, gun to gun, all those things, and they will start to fall for him. Another example right here. Okay. So, like I said, he's not shooting the ball well. So when he catches it, it's not a bad catch. But when he catches it, this guy is under 3-point line because he's not really concerned about the shot right now. So one thing I do not like that he has done, he's done it in this clip, and in the next clip, he'll do the same thing. But he does a low pickup from the 3-point line. And when I first saw this, I'm like, did he travel? Because look where he ends up on the low pickup. So he starts here, ends up down here in 2 steps. So that's impressive. But what picking up your dribble does so early is it kills you, right? I mean, you pick up your dribble, he helps, he stunts. It's going to be a hard pass. He doesn't feel a need to help. So we all know from here to here that you're going to shoot the basketball. And so he doesn't gain an advantage. He doesn't even get by his man. So here's help. And I mean, what can you do? Like there's nothing, you kill yourself early. There's nothing that he could have done right here. After he low pickup, like the shot was never going to go in. Another example right here, we get a switch, which is good. We're playing. We're only down 5 to Kansas. So we're feeling good about ourselves, but a low pickup from, the beyond the free throw line. And now we're shooting a left-hand layup from right here. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not making this shot contested. Pro's not making it. I mean, it's a hard shot to make, right? You're getting bumped. You're fading away. You got to throw up a left hand, a little hook. Very tough shot to make. And don't get me wrong. The low pickup is a good move. Like, the low pickup is something that you should get to your game. It's very creative, helps you get creative finishes. But what we need to look for in low pickups is situations where we can speed boost to the rim, right? We can 1-2 and we're there, right? It's good to cover a lot of ground, but he doesn't make an advantage for himself. So he ends up having to shoot a very tough shot. Now, another example of the finishing at the rim troubles that he's experiencing is right here. So go through, he's open. So yes, we need to drive the ball. But when he drives the ball, I don't know about 42, looks like maybe a lob threat. So maybe we could on this side of the rim because he's already on this side of the rim. But okay, no. But when he jumps, right, this is going to be a tough finish. Okay. And NBA players, you know what I'm saying, are probably making these finishes. Maybe he could have done a Euro. But on the NBA scouts, when they watch this stuff, they will say he has trouble finishing against contact and finishing at the rim, right? So once again, I mean, what can he do? Maybe float it. Maybe don't pick up the dribble as early. Maybe kick one, something like that. But these finishes are always going to be tough. Well, he's 18 years old, and he has the good frame on him, puts more weight on himself, gets a little more athletic. He's probably putting that guy in the rim. You know what I'm saying? And that's at the end all be all. That's the solution a lot of guys can take. You just, hey, you come over here with the weak help. It's only a vertical contest. You're going to get done, though. Another example right here. So we're coming through. We have it. We're at the top of the key. Reorganize ourselves. Call for a ball screen. So he's going to come set this right here. And I like what's about to happen right here. It's tough, right? So this is, I mean, if he can get this off, this is a high level pocket pass. Very high level. But it's also high risk, right? That could, you know what I'm saying, be a problem. Now, when I watch, this is the right read. And when I say right read, I see why he sees, okay, he goes back, I have an open lane, okay? And he goes open lane, right? But the guy's able to meet him there. Why? Because his big man rolls right down to the middle of the paint. And so once again, struggling to finish through contact. Now, going back, I see, once again, why he does it. Now, maybe if his big man can pop, he doesn't seem like a popper. He's been around the rim the whole game. So if he can pop, then we have a great finish. Kiyan, once he starts his downhill, he's almost screwed because you have to finish through him. Like I said, maybe if our big man, instead of rolling like this, rolls directly down to the screen and pop it a little bit and then roll it, he just rolls, right? So then he can set a little Gore-Top screen and he can lay the ball up easily. But since it doesn't happen, he's got to play 1-on-2. And, you know, like I said, it's going to be tough to finish these things, right? Now, number 1 picks, top 5 picks, probably, you know, are able to go through that, you know what I'm saying, dunk on them, whatever. But like I said, we're still 18. We still got a lot, you know what I'm saying, a lot to do. Now, trouble finishing at the rim. But what can you do to get yourself great rim finishes and feel good? Play good defense, right? So he helps on this shot. And first off, this shot, in my opinion, is a little crazy, right? So we're 27 seconds left on the clock, early shot clock, and we shoot a contested mid-range. I don't know, but it is Houston. Guess that's around a 10-2 run, so he's trying to, you know what I'm saying, turn them up. And it's a good defensive team, so they can always get it back. But nonetheless, we get a stop. Now what? We're leaking out. Leaking out. Perfect. Stop, so he has no momentum left. Good lay. Get yourself easy ones. Another situation right here. We're in a press. Tall, long arms. Get a hand on the ball. Get yourself a little bang out, right? And these are the good things that Kiyan is doing and things that will help him become, you know what I'm saying, more confident and get his role right. Another example, good cut through right here. Goes, sets a screen. We got to drive. We have bad help. Helps. You should never help off the corner. Kick. Now we got a bad closeout, right? So what do? Go finish. He's a guard right here, so he's not trying to have contact, and we're getting to where we want to get to. So Kiyan did a lot of good things, a few bad things, but one thing I see that he is struggling with is finishing around the rim. He's getting good shot attempts, so I'm not upset about his field goal percentage or his three-point percentage. Those things will come with the reps. But what he is struggling with is finishing around the rim. He kind of screws himself sometimes with low pickups, but outside of that, I think Kiyan Anthony is doing what he's supposed to be doing and will have a good rest of his season. Now, will it be a one and done? I'm not sure. But he has the physical tools to make it happen. He's got his father, has the mentorship. So I think Kiyan will continue to grow as he should and as any 18-year-old would. Appreciate you for checking into the program, and I'm going to be here all year.